Hello.
Welcome back to Talk the Thought, the podcast everyone loves, no one subscribes to.
Just joking.
With Tina and Cindy. Hello,
That's
Tina.
us.
We haven't seen each other in a while. It has
We've
been a
been
minute.
talking for the last 1.5 hours, and we're like, we need to start recording.
All right. Yeah. Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Good. I am good. There's not much to report on. Been good. Been waiting for summer to hit. Like I said, work is busy. How are you doing? I know it's busy for you too.
Yeah, good. I mean, summer is here one day and gone the next day, so it's like an up and down thing at the moment. So that's interesting.
Yeah, you're going into winter soon, right? Soonish.
Daylight
Not
savings. Not sure if I'm happy about that, but that's okay. Can't change it for now.
For now. One day I can change it. I got the
One day
power.
I'm gonna run for president.
No.
Then you can watch the podcast every day on the news. Wouldn't that be great? So good. No.
And let's see how we deal with our positivity then. Like, it probably won't be as overwhelming. Anyways, we're rambling.
We're just rambling. Yeah, and I guess like so much happening in the celebrity world, and it's so hard to catch up with everything. Also a bit not annoying, but yeah, it's just too much happened. Too much negativity out there, violence on TV, on live TV.
Yeah, it's
and all
heavy.
those things. So I think we need to keep it a bit light here today.
Yeah, we need to have a little lighter episode. But I think you had some sort of idea, right, Tina? You had some sort of...
Well, you're dating.
Out.
Well, you're out there trying to find the person that not only likes you, but your cat as well. So
Only likes me. Yeah, that's the number one goal. I mean, I need to find someone that at least likes me. Right? Yes. I mean,
no. Well, you had this.
if you have nothing else to talk about, might as well do a podcast where we talk about Cindy finding someone that might like her.
No, I mean, we had some good stories, but I thought
Yes.
you told me the other day, so you had a couple of dates with a person in the past. And
Yes.
there was a certain thing about him that you didn't like, and it was quite a turn off. And it got me to think, like, how in life sometimes it's hard if someone turns you off or there's something that could be embarrassing for that person. Like, how hard it is.
Do you want to mention it or do you want to ignore it?
For them to move on in their lives as well. So I thought be interesting to
It's
maybe
very
have a chat about
interesting.
that.
Yeah, I can just, I mean, I might as well just talk about it, right? That person is not watching this podcast, so I'm not going to name anyone. It's no shaming whatsoever.
No.
It's more like discussing the matter because so I've been, sorry, let me just start that again. So I went to 3 dates with this one guy that very interesting itself, could be a whole podcast episode itself. It was perfect on paper, but I was not attracted to him. Still gave it a shot, like I still wanted to see for a couple more times if something would come up. And, it's all fast paced nowadays, like give it some time.
That's it.
Anyways, first day, we just went for a walk, 3, 4, I don't know, like a couple hours really, like quite a good conversation, good walk. But I noticed then already that every time he would turn his head to me and talk to me, that there was some sort of, let's call it not so fresh breeze out of his mouth. And, I was like, okay, yeah, maybe he had a bad day. I don't want to really judge him by his bad breath, but
Yes.
Obviously didn't want to say anything. It was the first day. I don't know this person. So then the second day we went out for dinner. I didn't notice anything. I mean, it was a good date again. And then we met for the third time and went to a bouldering hole.
Yeah.
First of all, it's not a great idea to go bouldering with a date, especially if you have not done it before. I felt like a bit overwhelmed and stressed, and I had probably felt anxiety for the first time of my life.
And you wanted to look good
hanging
and
onto
do
this
a
wall.
good job and everything.
You want to
and
do a good job, and then you climb up and you're like, so what am I going to do now? Am I going to fall? What's happening now?
Are you going to catch me? Yes.
Are you going to catch me? I mean, no. But besides the bouldering, so we were sitting next to each other, not really, really close, but like, casually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then again, every time he would turn his head towards me and would talk to me, I could feel his bad breath. So to sum it up, it didn't work out. I mean,
That's why we're talking about him now.
that's why we're talking about it. Is not because of the bad breath situation, because I was just not feeling attracted to him, and there was a lot of other things. Anyways, but the whole thing got us and a lot of other people talking. I mean, I talked to a lot of people about it.
You just told
Should
everyone.
you bring this up? I told everyone. I mean, no, but I just kind of, it was this whole inner conflict that I had. Should I bring it up? Should I tell him, look, you have bad breath? Or should I just ignore it and hope his friends would bring it up? And there's multiple people that are like, you should say something. And then I decide not to, because
Fair enough.
I want to start off with my standing point, and then we can discuss it. Because I think if I'm dating someone and then that person kind of after 3 dates tells me, look, I'm not interested in pursuing this thing any further, I would like to end it here. And then you're like, oh, P.S. by the way, your breath kind of is unappealing to me as well. No, I feel like it would kind of crush your confidence for the next dates you're going to have. And I don't want him. I didn't want him to think that I ended it because I didn't like because of his bad breath.
Yes.
And I think if everything else would have kind of worked out, if I would have felt attracted to him, I would have kind of let it pass and eventually bring it up. But at this stage, I thought like, no, I don't want to. I don't want to be the one crushing his confidence, because it's already crushing enough if someone you were interested in is kind of like, oh,
you
I
had 3
want to
dates
end it here.
Like, that's great.
Yeah, and like he never responded to my message when I ended it. So I guess his ego had been hurt, which is fair enough. But I didn't want to make him feel bad. But then people are like, you should say it. You should just say it. Because some friends of mine were like, you should just say it. It's better it comes from you, someone that has no emotional relevance to him, than someone else. I'm like, I don't know if I agree or disagree with that. What do you think?
Tricky. And I'm wondering if that also was a reason why you didn't really get that much
of course
interested in him. Like, you say like there was no attraction to him, and smell is a really big thing with humans. Like, we don't realize that smell, if a person smells good, you're way more attracted to that person than you are if someone doesn't smell good. So I mean, we hadn't kissed before and anything, so I was like thinking, third date would be a good time to maybe go for it, just to see if there's some sort of moment. I don't know. But then every time I could smell him, I was like, I don't even want to go for it. So yes, I couldn't even give it a chance to just see if there would be something coming up, because the bad breath was such a turn off. So I know. So, well, the first question is, would you want someone to tell you?
I would want my friends to tell me, and I kind of, fun fact, I talked to some friends about the situation a couple of days ago, and we all made that pact that we were like, if one of us ever has bad breath, please tell
that's
us.
Good.
Like,
and also
because people feel like
there's bad breath doesn't necessarily mean you just have bad breath. Like, it means you could have a stomach bug that you haven't realized you have, and there's some health issues.
I don't know. Yeah, anything.
So, yes, please.
It's not bad. It is not essentially it's not bad. But I mean, if you're in a long-term relationship and your partner has developed bad breath, you would bring it up. But it's just like, obviously in the very first stages of getting to know someone, it's a massive turn off.
Hey, by the way, do you have a stomach bug or any cavities? Because like your breath is really smelly.
There's something like that kind of turns me off. Or like the whole time, like, so I know, do you want to brush your teeth maybe? No, it's really bad. I wouldn't want to do it. I didn't do it at the end. I didn't feel comfortable doing it.
Yes.
Maybe it's wrong.
And maybe the next person doesn't.
Well, maybe you find someone that cannot smell at all.
Or has bad breath.
Match made in heaven. No, I was kind of, in that maybe is selfish. I was kind of thinking, I hope his friends would tell him eventually, or maybe he notices himself. I honestly believe you would notice yourself, but then sometimes you don't. Again, I don't know.
If you're in the current state of bad breath, having bad breath the whole time, you probably don't realize that anymore.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. That kind of tells me, though, it's a constant state and it's not just like something that has just happened. Anyways, yeah, but like to step back from the bad breath, it's more like it got us thinking of situations where you're just like, oh, in dating, even in casual encounters on the street, I don't know, should you bring up certain inconveniences, let's just call them like that?
Yes. If you're not think close to a person.
If it's a stranger, someone you're dating, freshly dating, or you just engage with someone and you notice they have something, should you?
It's so hard because we're saying, so it's the typical, you have something stuck in your teeth. You have, you know, for women, you have lipstick on your teeth.
All these things too, yeah.
Like you have,
awkward.
Your zipper is open, you know, from your pants. Your zipper is open. And it really depends if a person walks past you and the zipper is open, I'm not going to be like, oh, excuse me, your zipper is open. But if it's maybe someone, you know, business-wise that I'm talking, or not even business-wise, because then it would be more uncomfortable. But I don't know.
It is uncomfortable either or. It always even depends.
And it's also like if they have something for the person, but I feel like, is it better for them getting home at the end of the day and being like, oh, I had something stuck in my teeth. Why did no one tell me? Because I didn't eat the last 10 hours. So it was from breakfast. Or then like thinking, oh, I hope no one saw it. I was like, why did no one tell me? And this same with the
Isn't
zipper.
it better to have like some stranger telling you, well, by the way, you have some lipstick on your teeth. It really depends.
Then it's a short, embarrassing moment, but then you don't get home at the end of the day, as an example, and be like, ugh, no one told me that the last day or so.
Last week, no one told me.
No one told me.
The thing is, what I do is I compliment people on things I like about them, even if they're strangers. So it's very easy to me, you know. If I meet a woman and I'm like, oh, I love her dress, and I kind of am casually engaging with her and we'd have a conversation, I would be like, I love your dress. If she had like something stuck in her nose, I don't think I would bring it up. It even depends. It's like certain levels to it. If she would have lipstick on her teeth, I think I would bring it up. The thing in her nose, I would be like, no, rather not.
Well, you could say, oh, I think you have something on your nose there. Like, you know, a little, I don't know, a black spot. And then, but you know what? Actually, that's a good thing if you compliment someone on something and then, you know, be like, by the way, I like your dress, but your zipper's, no, that makes no sense. But like, I like your dress, but also
you're bleeding out of your nose.
I think you're missing it too.
Beautiful dress though. Beautiful dress.
That dress is amazing.
No, but that's kind of,
but
so
maybe
funny.
if you compliment someone, be like, oh my God, I love your dress. Oh, sorry, like, by the way, you have something stuck in your teeth, but that dress.
Yeah, but if you don't have anything, but that's as well makes it, just imagine there is nothing to compliment on. And you're just like, so nice hat, but get something stuck in your teeth.
And I had this happen to me the other day, and it was like a business encounter. Someone buying something from us, and there was a lot of lipstick on the teeth. But surely that woman has been wearing lipstick all her life. So, you know, I mean, you know, there's something like, I mean,
you would feel that as well. Oh my, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you don't. How many times did you come home?
Test that. I'm gonna wear lipstick now for the next week.
I want you to give us test results.
On purpose, I'm gonna put it on my teeth and see if people
hasn't there been some sort of, I think I've seen videos like that where people purposely had something in their face and wondered. Even how many times did I get home and had like all my mascara smushed on my under eye?
Is my makeup still good? Yeah. 5 minutes later, you yes.
You look like a panda, and I'm always like, or even if I go to my friends and I just go to their toilet and then just be like, what the hell am I looking at? What am I looking at? And then I go back to them like, so no one thought to tell me that I look like
but
this.
But then they say, oh, wasn't that bad?
No, they most of the times they're like, oh, I haven't even noticed. I'm like, what?
So you don't even look at me?
Yeah, but I sometimes don't. That's true, but sometimes I don't notice as well. Like if like, you know, you wouldn't even notice. But with friends, it's a different story. I don't want to drift away. But like with strangers, it's so tricky.
I didn't want to tell her because if she, you know, she feels a bit embarrassed. Next time she walks past the business, she's thinking, ugh, that lady might remember me because she told me that I have lipstick on my teeth. And, you know, I feel embarrassed. I'm not going to go inside there and buy something. And I was like, nope, I'm not. She's going to be a potential customer. I'm not telling her.
Nice dress, by the way.
By the way, nice dress. I really
Nice
like your
dress.
lipstick. But isn't that like, because then I was thinking, probably I would have told her. But in that moment, I thought, no, maybe she's going to be like, oh, no, I remember, you know, I saw, yeah, I don't know.
Well, maybe not, because you don't know.
Maybe
Maybe
not.
if you would tell her, look, you have lipstick on your teeth, then the next encounter, which could have been even more embarrassing for her, would be less embarrassing.
Yes.
It always depends. Look, once again, if they have so let's assume that person has a bugger in their nose. I wouldn't tell a stranger to clean their nose. But I feel like a lipstick is a different thing. It's less embarrassing I find that so embarrassing.
How many times have you seen people having a bugger in their nose and it was showing?
Yeah, well, I haven't.
If they were
noticed.
older
I'm
than
not
6
looking.
years.
I haven't. Yeah, well, I haven't looked that deeply into.
Oh.
Yeah, but no. But yeah, the typical things. Yeah, and I feel like but it depends on the situation, but especially in a date, like tell them if you should tell them. But then I didn't because I felt like
no, I wouldn't. Maybe he was trying to come close and automatically every time he was, you know, you didn't even realize because your body was like, mm-mm.
Yeah, well, it was a massive turn. There's so many other turn-offs with datings. I guess there's so many pet peeves, so many things that could potentially turn someone off. Didn't you have like a little compilation?
Yes, I had a little, I wanted to play a little Would You Rather game with you, the dating version. And I found a really good one. Well, pretty much the only one.
I am ready.
The only one I found, but it's a good one.
Oh, it's a really good one.
Would you rather... Sorry.
You're already laughing. Goodness. Okay. What is it?
Would you rather tell your date that they have something stuck in their teeth or that they have smelly breath?
Goodness. Neither.
Close the browser.
Close the browser. Well, oh, goodness. Yeah, I think the stuck in your teeth then would be probably more likely. But even then, I wouldn't probably, if I'm honest, I wouldn't even at all bring it up because it's so embarrassing. And especially what I forgot to mention before, on the first date, you're already not secure with that person. You know, you feel so bit it just can crush your confidence. But I guess if I have to choose, it would be the stuck. I would tell them that they have something stuck in their teeth. What a fun coincidence, right? Cosmopolitan, thank you.
No, I actually made the question up.
Oh, did you? I thought like, what the hell?
That's why I was laughing because I had the joke in my
and you know what? That's why people call you intelligent. I mean, they call me intelligent too, but I couldn't prove that point a minute ago. Anyways, let's keep going.
Let's start with question number 1.
Okay.
Would you rather forget your date's name 1 hour into the date or accidentally call them by your mom's or dad's name?
That wouldn't happen. None of that would happen to me. That's so... Like, first of all, I don't have my parents' name. I never use my parents' name. I always mom and dad. So if I call him daddy, that would be quite good, I guess. I think I just call him daddy.
I think he would like that.
I think he would like that. Go with that.
Gonna go with daddy's name.
Daddy.
And that 37% only voted that. 63% would have said forget their name. No, that's so embarrassing.
People, yeah, it's not embarrassing.
What do you mean? Especially nowadays that you had this person on Tinder. Like, how many people are you dating on Tinder that you...
Look, but then, no, I always remember their names. I mean, I'm not meeting with 5,000 people in a day. Like, how can you not remember the name? Did you just hurt yourself? Oh, goodness. By the way, Tina, beautiful dress, but you're bleeding.
But you just lost your tooth.
Yeah, there's like 2 front teeth missing. I'm just saying. Beautiful hairdo, by the way. Beautiful hair.
Next question. Would you rather find out someone really hates dogs/cats for you or find out they cheated on their most recent ex?
The cheating. I think Oh, wow. I mean, hate is a really, really heavy word, but I feel like they're probably, if they really hate cats, in my case, they had bad experience, which
Yeah.
I could give them a positive experience. Just try if it works. Otherwise, they don't have to live with me if it's a really bad issue. I don't
Yes.
think it's a no-go. But like the cheating thing would kind of turn me off.
Yes.
Be like, oh, someone would cheat once, sorry, but like,
Yeah. Cool.
So yeah, cheating.
So we go. You're one of 67%.
I thought I'm one in a million. You're one in a million. You're once in a lifetime.
Would you rather on every first date, have hiccups the whole time, or fart midway through and your date notices it and says something?
Hiccup is cute. I find a hiccup cute.
I read those questions earlier today, and I was thinking about that question for a while. And then I was thinking about my hiccups that I have. And
do they go along with the fart?
Like, I would not be able to have a proper conversation.
Yeah, it's true. The conversation. Yeah, but the farting thing, I don't know. Could be
But
really
then
funny
I
though.
also
You
came
laugh
up
it off.
with an excuse for the fart. You could
What
always
would be
say
your
like,
excuse? Oh, nice dress, by the way.
to your date.
Because he's wearing dresses. I mean,
You could say, sorry, I just had my appendix removed. And as you know,
oh goodness.
they put, you know how they fill you up with gas to kind of bloat up everything. So when they, go in, there's more room for them. Be like, yeah, and the gas now is really the body, and I can't control it.
What if he's a doctor and he's like, well, that's not really true.
That is true.
Or what
and that
if
is
I just say that and I
experience.
don't have an appendix scar and I'm just going to be like, and then later on, like in a couple more dates into the whole relationship, you go to that sexy time and he's like, so I was just looking.
No, I mean, no, those they're super tiny. They're
I
really,
know.
There's 3 of them. But anyway, now just think that you actually still have your appendix and, further down the track in your relationship, it's about to
Burst.
implode. Oh,
You
yeah.
have that stinging pain. Yeah,
That's
then
it.
You're
And you're
fucked.
like, oh my God, my appendix, like, I'll call an ambulance. And your
Hold
date is like,
on. You remember
I
day
don't
2 when you
think
told
so.
me?
Or
I
if
don't
someone,
think so.
maybe like there's an accident and for whatever reason, like the ambulance comes and asks like, does she still
I
have an
can
appendix?
reassure you she does not have an appendix.
Doesn't have an appendix.
And then you die, and because you lied on that first date. So
Because you
don't.
didn't want to have hiccups.
So I guess you're right. The appendix, the farting thing, I would just laugh it off.
So we're going for
I think the farting thing would be fun because it could laugh it off, and it's always something you could look back to and would just laugh about it if it works out. If not, it doesn't matter because you're never going to see that person again. I think that I go with the farting at the end after all, because I do really like to laugh about it.
I don't even know if I want to tell the story, but I remember that when I first started dating my partner, and when you were in Australia, we were working at the restaurant. We got dinner there as well when we were working a shift. There was a dish that my stomach just couldn't handle. And it was like, I think one of the first nights that I was sleeping at his place. And yeah, my stomach I didn't necessarily fart, but my stomach was like, those inside farts. My stomach was
Hello, shorty.
was just like ready. And I thought he was sleeping, and then, just out of the blue, he was like, well, I think it's time you go to the toilet.
Because I feel like something is dying over here.
And then the toilet was right next to his room.
Oh,
so there would have been no way, because I didn't know what to expect. I knew, but I didn't. How,
I remember that house. Oh,
and then I went,
funny.
and they had an outside toilet, kind of. Yeah, so.
Well, not outside, but they had a separate
Yes.
bathroom you could enter from the outside. Yeah, well, yeah.
Not like an
Okay.
outside
Oh,
toilet
God.
that then got picked up
Yeah,
by
I
the
mean,
crane.
like, so they had a hole in the backyard, so I used that instead. I mean, that's what it sounded like, an outside
Okay,
toilet.
I'm going for the fart.
Okay, but
Only 10% said fart.
Why?
They have
it's
not had
embarrassing.
hiccups for more than 10 minutes.
It says hiccups the whole day, right?
No, sorry. On every first day have hiccups the whole time. So depending
Yeah,
on how long your date is.
Like I always, my dates are always like 3-4 hours. If I have hiccups for 3-4 hours, it would be so exhausting and would be painful as well after a while. I'd rather just fart
also
once.
really annoying, like because you probably can't even like finish a sentence,
Yeah.
and the person would be at the beginning would be like hee hee, and then would be like, please hold your breath for like 10 minutes so you stop
Or
having
it could
hiccups.
be quite fun. You just try to come up with very funny ways to make you stop.
Next one. Would you rather fall in love with someone who's allergic to all of your favorite foods, or fall in love with someone who makes embarrassing dad jokes at every restaurant?
Yeah, it's the thing. Do I find them funny or not? Because if I don't find them funny, I can find that very annoying after a while.
Well, you don't have to go out to a restaurant, so no dad jokes.
Oh yeah, is Cosmopolitan thinking that far? It's like a trick question because if I don't go to the zoo instead,
That's only 20% said allergic to my to their favorite food, and 80%.
I mean,
dad jokes.
I go from a different mindset because I'm already having all these issues with food already, and I have to cook separate for me. And then my ex-partner had his own preferences as well. I'm already used to making exceptions when it comes to cooking, so I don't care really. So yeah, I don't know. That's why I was like, oh, that's an easy yes for me, because like if you don't eat that, that's fine. You don't have to eat it. I still cook it for myself. Like I don't care.
It. Yeah, like I don't have to eat your food.
That was my
have to
thought. But I was kind of imagining like every time you go out and this partner makes these awkward jokes, if I find them very funny, different story. But it says Cosmopolitan says embarrassing dad jokes, so that means I don't find them funny.
And also,
then I would
does
be
he
annoyed.
just tell you the jokes, or also like the waitress?
No, I could. The way he was, it was worded, kind of sounded to me like someone is like, like, making these jokes to everyone. You're just like sitting there, like, oh my god. That's why I'm like, nah, I don't want. I don't know. Nah. So I go with allergies. I love all allergies. Cool. We on this channel we include all allergies.
all allergies welcome.
Yes.
Next one is, I thought it was easy. I thought it was easy to answer, but in your case, on a first date, would you rather run into your most recent ex or run into both of your parents?
Oh, parents.
And I was like thinking being you, like, run into my parents is probably, and I was like, oh, running into your ex, it depends. But I was like, if you run into your ex, that means he's in the same country that you are, and we don't want that.
That would be a lot of issues then, because he's not in the same country. And that if I would run into but maybe it would be good for him to see me dating.
True.
Could be quite beneficial for him because he's still kind of not over it. But no, parents, 100% parents.
So 57% would rather run into their most recent ex. And I feel like there might be like so they see that I've moved on.
Like a showing off kind of thing. I don't have to do that. Like, honestly, I don't have to see my ex and show him that I'm better off now. No, parents all the way.
Next one. Would you rather go on a date with a really hot person who only speaks pig Latin, or go on a date with someone and realize they look just like your first cousin? No regrets?
Oh no! So I have a cousin. I have to tell that story. I have a cousin, and he's not the brightest star in the sky. Let me just say it that way. In the universe, and the whole universe. Anyways, and he decided to get some sort of tattoo, and I think it was really bad and misspelled as well. It reminded me of the Millers movie, where the one guy had this whole tattoo here and it said no regrets instead of regrets. No regrets. Anyways, wow, that's a tough one. I don't know, because I don't like to go out with the hot guys anyway, so I find it a bit tricky. But then my first cut, it's a tough one. But then look, I go to the date with the guy looking like my cousin. I just hope that there's a lot of value behind the surface. I would not want to spend I wouldn't want to waste my time with a good-looking guy that just, it's just good to look at, but very awful to listen to.
No,
it would be horrible.
Yeah, no, that's not going to work out.
Absolutely horrible, and nah.
Would you rather have 3 flavored condoms fall out of your wallet or purse on a first date, or knock your entire drink into your date's lap twice? That is a very serious question that you need to think about.
It's a very serious question.
We can
Once
skip
again, I'm living it's all about the first date, right? I personally don't have any condoms with me on a first date, and I don't like flavored condoms as well. I think once again,
just the one with the different textures.
Just the one with the spikes. So like a rough. No, God. I think once again, and that's a thing it's a kind of thing we already talked about a couple of times now. It's all about the memories. So I find that if it's fun, it's an accident, you kind of spill something on his lap, it can be quite funny. It could lead to something more, and then you could use the spiky condoms. But
it also could be a hot tea, though, that you...
Even then, it is an accident. You're not doing it on purpose. So it can be good or bad, but it could be
very funny. Like it
could be funny after all. Yeah. So no, I don't care about the condoms.
Only 40% said they would rather knock the drink over.
Everyone wants to.
Good one. Next one. Would you rather every person you date for the next 5 years again? Maybe she's gonna find someone in 5 years, but anyway. Every person you date for the next 5 years wear sneakers that light up, or
cool.
Every person you date for the 6 months ghost you.
Oh, I'd rather have the lighting shoes. What a question! Like ghosting is horrible. I might not proceed the date, but I don't know. Maybe I do. Look,
if it's every person on your first date in the next 5 years, that means they're on trend.
That must be a thing then. That must mean it comes back. And you know what? I have a pair of glowing shoes in my closet. That means it's my time to shine.
It's my time to light up.
Oh, but I gotta admit, the lighting thing is not the problem, but the shoes that have the rolls underneath, it comes like sliding to the I'll be like, okay, wow.
But I would be impressed because I always wanted those. Never had them.
I know.
I'd be like, can I please try on your shoes and try myself? Because I always, I never...
Yeah, it would be
I was
funny.
really jealous of the kids who had those.
Same, but we talk about kids and I'm talking about a potential husband, so I don't know how I feel about that. I rather see everyone wearing these than having no dates at all. I'm not dating at all for, 6 months? Oh, no.
But yeah, 35% want to be ghosted for 6 months, so cool.
Really? Oh, well, it doesn't mean you have to meet this, but oh well. Anyways, yep, keep going.
That's it. Would you rather run into your date's most recent ex on a first date, or go on a date with someone who refuses to answer any questions about their ex? Pretty clear for me.
Yeah, pretty clear. It's nothing awkward about meeting that ex. It's actually good to check out the competition. I mean, just to know, like, okay.
Also to see how they...
I find it... How they interact, I find it
yes.
very interesting. And I find it so interesting to have those exes conversations in maybe not the first date, but like second date, third date, anyways, in general, if they're not
always
answering.
Good to
and then
know
like
how they speak about their ex-partner, isn't it?
Yeah. And how they ended things, maybe.
Yes.
But like, yeah, if they're not bringing it up, then they're hiding something. I'm sorry. But like, then I'm like, big red flag. So yeah, definitely would want to meet the ex instead of not talking about her at all.
Would you rather have your date tell you that there's a... And I'm not making this up. Would you rather have your date tell you that there's a booger in your nose an hour into the date, or loudly toot when you stand up to use the restroom? Toot, toot.
Yeah, I mean, then the booger, hopefully. If it's in a charming way.
An hour into the date, that means the booger was maybe just like, making its way down.
Slowly making its way down. Hello, Shawty.
Hi, it's me. And who are you, mate? But I like your dress.
Yeah, the booger.
Would you rather go on a date with someone who's really into high fives, or go on a date with someone who's physically incapable of walking past the dog without stopping to pet it? But then I don't know if I want the guy to give everyone a high five. while I'm on a date with him.
Oh, it's everyone. No, then let's do the
Well,
dog thing. Let's do the
yes.
dog thing because I would be doing the same. I would be stopping. I stop for every dog.
100%. Would you rather realize an hour into a first date that you've been out with this person before, or accidentally call them by your ex name 3 times in a row?
What? None of these things would happen to me. Cosmopolitan.
How can you have a dating déjà vu? Like, that's not even, like, no.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you do match with people and you're like, oh, have I matched with that person before? But then once you meet
But
up, you
being
know.
yes. People would rather, 89% would rather have a dating déjà vu than call the date by their ex's name 3 times in a row. Wow. You could always be like, that's my dog's name.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I find both very stupid. Like this cosmopolitan. You know what we should do? You know they have these personality
own.
tests. Maybe next episode we should be
Yeah.
like, what kind of bread are you? What your bread says about your personality. And there's so many fun quizzes we can do. It's fun. We can do that. But that cosmopolitan test wasn't really insightful, was it? Anyways, that was fun. That was good laugh.
Yeah,
I had
just
a lot of fun. Easy episode. Thanks a lot, everyone. That was fun. I hope you made it until the end. If
Hope you
you
enjoyed.
have, then let's just engage. Like and subscribe. That would
let
be
us
very
know
helpful.
some of your
Your-
icks
Yeah.
about dating. That would be very good
Yes,
to
we
know.
could maybe
And
do another episode with
Yes.
your commentary. If you guys let us know what you do not like, what
experienced
would you rather
funny-
do?
If you would tell your date about the smelly
Yeah,
breath.
would you tell them if there's something wrong with their breath and dress?
Would you tell
Anyways,
them?
you tell them. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Bye
Au revoir.
bye.
Bye, bye, bye.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Tschüss.